Hello there and welcome to Folk-a-Dilly Tales. Every week we will be here to tell you some crazy stories, some amazing poems accompanied by some fantastic songs. My name is John Hales and I will be your host. This week, a mysterious bar in Ireland.
MacDougall's Bar and Undertakers. In Belmullet, Ireland, there's an old building on the main street known as MacDougall's Undertakers. By day, it's a place of hushed voices, grieving families, with the faint scent of lilies clinging in the air. But as the sun dips below the horizon and the last mourners depart, the sign outside flickers and the letters rearrange themselves into MacDougall's Bar. Few of the locals seem to know the truth about the place, but those who do speak in whispers about it. The receptionist in the hotel where I was staying told me some of the rumours.
They serve the dead after dark.
But I laughed it off. I mean, the place was clearly there for all to see in Google Maps. MacDougall's Undertakers and Bar. On the pavement outside the parlour was a chalk board with live music tonight, though the word live was just a faint smudge. So that night, my fiddle under my arm, I pushed open the heavy oak door of MacDougall's Undertakers and Bar. Inside, the funeral parlour had transformed. The viewing rooms were now dimly lit booths, the casket displays replaced by a polished bar. The air smelt of stale Guinness and something darker, old earth and maybe formaldehyde masked by spice. The room was cold, even though there was a fire roaring in the fireplace the other side of the room. Nobody was sitting next to it, so that's where I went and sat on a beautifully carved old mahogany chair with a satin red back and cushion, definitely foreign. A mournful fiddle tune curled through the room, played by a girl in a tattered green coat sitting in the corner. Her fingers moved well, but her eyes were milky white, unseeing. The music was beautiful, yet somehow wrong, as if the notes were stretched too thin, like the wail of a dying breath. I had the intention of joining in with my fiddle, but I found busking along to these unearthly tunes almost impossible. They certainly weren't the traditional Irish tunes I had been expecting. I went to the bar where the bartender, a gaunt fellow with hollow cheeks and two sharp teeth, smiled as I approached.
Is this your first time?
I nodded, ordering a Guinness. The other patrons there were odd. Some too pale, others too still. A woman in a black veil sipped a drink that looked suspiciously thick. Next to the fiddler, a man in a red moth-eaten suit stared blankly at the wall, nibbling a bony snack, his fingers drumming in time with the fiddle's unnatural rhythm, contemplating whether to pick up the remains of a banjo that was lying right next to him. Then I noticed the mirrors behind the bar. They didn't reflect the room. It was possibly the angle I was looking, because they were just showing empty coffins, lids slightly ajar. The fiddle player's tune suddenly shifted, growing faster, wilder as the banjo joined in. The air grew even colder.
Last call for the living,
the bartender murmured, sliding me my drink. My glass was sticky. I lifted it, the liquid inside dark as old blood. I hesitated. and then I heard a soft tap, tap, tap from the basement door. Something was knocking. The bartender sighed.
Ah, you're early tonight.
The music swelled, the notes twisting into something frenzied, almost screaming. The patrons began to sway, their movements jerky, unnatural. I never finished my drink that night. They say if you pass by McDougal's at night, and the wind is right, you'll catch the ghostly strains of an Irish fiddle with the hollow plunk-plunk of an untuned banjo playing a reel for the dead. Because at McDougal's, the music never stops. And if you're lucky enough to go inside, well, you might actually have the best night of your life. I ended up having a great time. It turned out I was able to figure out the weird goulash of rhythms and harmonies, a mixture of Irish, Romanian and, dare I say, Transylvanian. I ended up playing the most fantastic music right through the night, until slowly the drinking booths changed back into viewing rooms, and the bar once more became a place for the casket displays. I left McDougal's at dawn, pausing outside the heavy oak door, wondering if it had all been a dream. But then I heard it, the slow, steady sound of a shovel digging. So if you're ever outside McDougal's at night, go inside. The dead love company, and they always make room for one more.
Undertaker. The sun goes down on Belmullet town, and the mourners kiss the cross. The moon bleeds cold and pale, and the Undertaker's sign is lost. The letters, they drift like graveyard mist, and over the black door the words seem to shift. My fiddle held beneath my coat, I'll play it sharp and fast. The air was thick, it caught my throat, the smell of mould and ash. And the barman asked me, through clenched teeth, "Is this your maiden call?" as he offered me a wreath. Undertaker, Undertaker, you're ahead of schedule. You pour your stout like blood and charge my soul the fee. I listen to the fiddler make that haunting sound. If I can't play his soulless song, I'll sleep beneath the ground. A woman drank from syrup black. A man ate from a bony snack. The fiddler in the corner played all day for all the mourners. But in the evening, nighttime came around. I resined up my fiddle bow, but I couldn't play a sound. Then came a tap, tap, tap below. The fiddle shrieked a banshee's woe, and the dead rose stiff and stomped the ground like zombies dancing all around. And every evening, stay if you dare, a night of fright to your delight, and scares beyond compare. Undertaker, Undertaker, you're ahead of schedule. You pour your stout like blood and charge my soul the fee. I listen to the fiddler make that haunting sound. If I can't play his soulless song, I'll sleep beneath the ground. Now if you find that pub at night, just step inside, it feels just right. MacDougall's where the silent sleep, and those who mourn come in to weep, and bring the family when the day is done, 'cause the dead adore a crowded room, and the night has just begun.
From a bony snack, the fiddler in the corner played all day for
On New Year's Eve, we have the amazing talents of Lizzie Mary Martin, who will be telling you the incredible true tale of Black Shuck. And it's not what you think. Folk-a-Dilly Tales is a Zingaro Blue production. It was written, produced and edited by Mario and Lesley Price. Mixed by Frank Erlenkämper. The poems, lyrics and songs are also written by Mario and Lesley Price. My name is John Hales and I've been your host. Our storytellers this week were Mario and Lesley Price. Additional vocals by John Hales. The contents of this podcast are based on the book Folk Stories, Legends and Poems by Mario and Lesley Price and are available as a book and an e-book from Amazon under the name Folk Stories, Legends and Poems. The music can be found under that same name and as volumes 1 and 2 streaming on all major platforms. Today's background music was supplied by Scott Buckley. You can find the link to these compositions in the comments below. Be sure to check out our music videos that tell some of our stories on YouTube. For more information about Zingaro Blue, visit our website at www.zingaroblue.co.uk or find additional links in the comments section. If you've enjoyed this podcast, please hit the follow button so that you can listen to the next episode of Folk-a-Dilly Tales. Thanks for listening.